Honestly, I just like having conversations with cool people. I want to learn, grow, share new ways of thinking. Anyways, this is B-Dale's world.
Yo, what are we listening to right now, dude?
We're listening to
These are Reborn
my
officials
feelings once
vocals.
again.
They
I
sent to me.
hide my face in your
And,
chest
they
when
want me to
you
do something
kiss
with them.
my
Yeah.
lips.
And,
Put your hands on my hips.
yeah.
Your love is
That's what I'm listening to.
uncountable. You
No, but
can
I definitely could do something.
count on
Maybe,
me,
like-
Yeah,
baby.
like
you were saying,
I'll
build the
be
track record.
right here.
Yeah, maybe
when
like
you
he meant
need
to.
me.
Maybe he meant to have it off time, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like some Blueface stuff, dude.
Yeah, he's doing some avant-garde
Yeah.
type music.
I mean, like, what kind of track do you think would work good with that, dude? Like some.
I think like you can make like
'cause, like,
even
you're the creative genius, bro.
I don't know about yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I think like DNB would actually work with it, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Like DNB, like if you were to speed up the tempo of that to
Yeah.
somewhere around like 175 BPM and add some like drum and bass, kicks and like hi-hats and stuff,
Yeah.
and then cut out the acoustic, I think it could work really well.
Yeah.
But there's
how
like
would
an
you cut out the
acoustic
I know, 'cause
instrumental.
yeah, there's a sound behind that, the vocals.
How would I cut it out?
Yeah.
Just EQ it.
Just EQ.
Yeah, I just EQ, compress the audio, and hope that within the mix they don't hear like those frequencies
So like,
when
all
you
right,
combine everything together. Because they're still probably gonna creep up.
Yeah.
Those sound like mid frequencies, like, but I mean, just try to cut out as many of those guitar frequencies as possible.
One thing that I'm curious about is like when you actually started producing. Like what age were you when you started producing? Like,
Okay, whoa.
dude, like we're taking it way back.
Well, the beta producing was not even on a like DAW music software.
Was it like a tabletop dude, like making tabletop beats?
It was a video game. It's I mean, I think we talked about this before, like in a previous podcast, but it was the video game Sound Shapes. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
like around 2008, 2007, I think. Like, no, it was 2009. I think the game first like launched.
So you're like 15, 16.
Yeah,
Like around
and it was basically it was a really basic like audio editor. Not even an audio editor, because it just dealt with like loops,
Yeah.
and that's about it. Like,
And
you just
that's
put
where-
loops together.
that's where it started.
Yeah, and that's where I started like playing around with music.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got a copy of Reaper. I don't know if you ever heard Reaper. It's a DAW, and another
Indie
basically, yeah. No, it's
Oh,
it's
it's
an
a-
actual DAW.
Like a
It's like a software
software,
for, yeah.
okay.
I just call it DAW, you know.
Yeah.
Digital audio workstation. You know, like all the producers out there are gonna recognize that term,
Yeah,
but
dude.
like that was the first DAW I used, and I didn't like it. It just didn't work for me. But I think like the reason why was because my computer at that time was so slow, it could barely even handle Reaper. Like it didn't even. It was so slow. It was like a
It was like a
$200 to $100 computer. Yeah.
from the swap meet, dude.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, in fact, the swap meet computers are probably better than my computer. Yeah, it's so bad. So
Yeah.
like, I upgraded this like years back and never looked back, because I got a copy of FL Studio about like 3 years ago, and that's what I've been
So-
using.
My music venture started. This was like 7th grade. I started rapping, and it was me and my buddy David. Shout out to homie David.
Yes, sir.
We started rapping just like how you do, like with random lyrics. We would just
Yeah.
rap over anything, and then like we started like doing diss songs to people, which
Yeah.
was not cool. Like I don't know. I don't know. We were just having fun,
Yeah,
and
it's artistic expression.
artistic expression.
Yeah.
This was like 7th grade, and then from there I started producing beats, like just messing around on FL Studio. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
Like and then from then on, like I kind of like fell away from that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was doing a whole lot of stuff, like playing soccer, skateboarding. So I wasn't like zoned into one thing, you know.
You know what you should do on the side?
What?
Is like continue your rap career and like diss people's pets.
Aw, dude.
Like on Instagram, you just like rap about how ugly their cat is.
Dude, I don't think so, dude. I want to spread positivity. I don't think that's very positive.
I mean, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah,
dude.
but true. Okay, you can't be dissing people's pets.
Yeah, dude, people love their pets, bro.
Yeah, somebody might
You know?
come out to get you. You know.
Yeah, dude, and like, yeah, it's crazy how like a pet can be like a part, like a family member, you know.
Yeah. What if
But
the
but I don't know.
like,
I don't
pissed
think
on your
the,
yard?
yeah, I don't think the pet like would care though.
I
You
don't
know.
think we'd care. You'd probably be honored, you know, by the fact that you're a human being is dissing him
Yeah.
on a rap track. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
my thinking.
But dogs, like, they're very loyal, dude,
Yeah,
Yeah.
dogs are loyal.
to humans.
Yeah. I mean, I think any type of pet brings intense joy to people.
Yeah, I wonder if it's mutual, like, you know, like a pet fish,
Yeah.
like how they're in a tank, and they're just like swimming around, dude. Do you think they're thinking that they're in a fish tank, or do you think they're just going about their normal day? Like, damn, like
I think, like, they're planning and plotting.
like
to-
Nemo,
Yeah.
you know, like,
So, like-
how they try to escape.
They're planning and plotting when they get out and
Yeah.
they're going to take over the earthland.
Yeah.
And like make all of us land out dwellers subject.
Yeah,
No, I don't know. But I think their brains are so small they probably don't even comprehend the concept of a world outside of that fishbowl.
because their world is just
That is their world.
that is their world. And like that's what I was watching Mr. Robot, the TV show, and like they had this scene where it's like
Yeah.
a fish, and he's like, I see the same thing every single day. I see this window, and like, and you feed me every day, and like it's like my day's a loop,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And maybe, hey, dude, maybe I don't know how long their attention span is, dude. Maybe it's like, what is it, like 3 seconds, 5 seconds?
I don't know. Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know, dude.
It's
Science,
fish science.
fish
yeah.
science, dude.
Yeah. All I know is like, yeah, cats love fish. My cat actually
And tuna.
ate a goldfish one time.
Mm.
Like it went, like I saw its paw in the tank.
Yeah.
Because I brought it over to a friend's house.
It's like scooped it out.
Yeah, and it scooped it out, and like next thing you know, the fish was gone, and we were like, how could this fish have disappeared? And well, we looked at the cat. It had to have been the cat.
Yeah.
And then his hands, he had like water all over his fur too. So like we knew
Oh,
it
you
was
knew
him.
it was
yeah.
him, dude. Did he have a
Yeah.
guilty look? He was like,
No, he was just like
just
whatever.
normal
you know?
cat, dude.
Yeah, I don't think he really like thought that he did a bad thing. I don't know.
Is your cat like is it an outdoor cat or indoor cat? Like, do you take him, or do you let him go out, or do you?
He goes wherever he wants.
That's cool, dude.
So like I don't even know where he's at right now, honestly.
You just hitting on all the
Yeah.
ladies out there, dude.
He could be in Ventura or Camarillo or.
But he comes back though, right?
Yeah,
That's
he comes
dope.
back. He could be anywhere for all I know. You know.
As long as like he gets that fish, dude, that tuna.
Yeah, he just like he goes wherever he wants. And then when he wants to come inside, there's a little entrance for him to come inside too. So he does that. He lives his own life, you know.
He has his own life, dude.
Yeah, his
like
own
he's
life.
doing his own thing.
Yeah, his own business, everything, man.
I wonder if he's running like what kind of business do you think he, like, what kind of personality do you think he has, dude?
Probably like probably very aloof.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like why do you bother with my time? You know, I'm so busy and
Yeah.
I'm doing so many things
Yeah.
and you're so insignificant that you don't even deserve to get an hour of my time. That's probably the way he thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the only reason why I say that, because if he thought otherwise, if he thought like, I'm so happy to see you, you know, I'm so grateful
would be
to have
there
you.
all the time,
He'd be right next to me all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Me and him would be like,
Like, he'd be rubbing up on your leg, dude.
yeah,
You
he'd
know,
be right on
like,
my
cuddling with
keyboard,
you, dude.
pressing keys and making beats with me too, you know.
Yeah.
But no, he's out and about.
But I see your videos. Like, you have to, like, you probably grab him and, like, you know, like the like
Oh
what's that?
no, that's all him.
That's all him, dude.
It's all him.
Oh
You
damn.
know, when he wants to do what he wants to
Oh,
do,
okay. So like
he once in
once in a while, like he feels inspired, then he wants to like make a banger.
What, you know, he listens to so much of my stuff. He's like, this crap. Let me show him how it's done.
Yeah. Let me show us how.
Yeah, and then he just gets on the computer and he just starts making like just crazy stuff.
Gold. Pure gold, dude.
Yeah,
Pure bangers. Bangers only.
bangers. Yeah, 5 bangers a day is his kind of like motto.
But like he comes like every. It's not like he's working in the studio every day. It's just like once in a blue moon. Like he'll show up and then he'll make 5 bangers and then maybe he'll be gone for like another year, dude. Who knows, dude?
You never know, man. We don't know when he'll be back. We don't know.
But all
When he
you
comes back,
all you know, dude,
bangers,
is, yeah,
man.
dude, just bangers.
That's all. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all you know.
Yeah, dude.
He doesn't really even like to be seen. Like, he doesn't want people to see him that much.
Yeah.
He wants to, like, make an impact and then leave. And then when he comes back, like, for people to really be anticipating his arrival when he comes back. So if he were to come back next month, like, periodically on my Instagram page,
Yeah.
like, people are going to anticipate that.
So he just
And
wants to
he's
be
going to drop
mysterious.
something crazy, yeah,
Yeah.
that nobody's ever heard before.
Damn, dude.
He's just like, he's a legend without even putting in the work of a legend. Because a legend would have to be doing stuff like 24/7. No, he just comes by and drops a banger,
Yeah.
and then he leaves, you know?
Yeah. Damn, dude. Like that's his master plan. I'm guessing, dude. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he's
don't
like he's
think
got
he
it all
has
mapped
like a
out.
plan. Maybe he does. I don't know.
Yeah. And like he'll leave like a legacy behind, dude. You know.
Yeah, his legacy is, I mean, he's already left a legacy. Like, for him to leave more of a legacy would just be disrespectful, honestly. it would just really be disrespecting like the greats of music society.
Yeah. Hey, dude, who inspires you, bro? Like right now, like what are you listening to? Like,
I listen to classical music,
yeah,
like Beethoven. I listen to a lot of like piano melodies, just random people who upload piano melodies, like on like YouTube, people playing pianos.
mm-hmm.
I listen to electro house. So
Okay.
I like. You ever heard of Feed Me?
No,
It's a guy named a British producer by the name of John Gooch.
John Gucci.
Yeah, John
Yeah.
Gucci.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, he makes like kind of like music like Deadmau5. I listen to Deadmau5 too. I love
Yeah.
Deadmau5.
I'm listening to Deadmau5 too.
Genius,
Like,
genius
yeah,
music maker,
like,
man.
Yeah, I want to go back to listening to him because I think
Yeah.
this was like Modern Warfare 2 days when like Razor Weapon came out
Yeah,
and like,
because
around that time.
yeah, his music is inspired by like video game culture, like gamer culture.
Yeah.
And I think I really appreciate that. Like, I don't think before him video games were directly like, or music was directly tied to like video games. Like, there was an artist who catered towards people who played video games, and I think his
then-
music really changed that
And then what
when he
happened
came
was
on the scene.
what happened was like a lot of the montage videos they would use like his music and like a lot of other music started popping up and like and then it just fused together.
Yeah, and I listen to mariachi too.
Yeah.
I get inspiration from it because the melodies in mariachi music are very unconventional. Like, they're so all over the place.
I heard last night I was listening to your mariachi trap beat.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was dope, dude.
yeah. I mean, it's dope, man. Mariachi, like, you can make so many good things out of like a mariachi melody.
It's like you can fuse it like
With any genre.
Yeah, with any genre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think electronica specifically you can fuse with like any genre. And because music on a computer, made with a computer, you can just import any type of instrument into your DAW, and then you can just build a song
Sync
around
it into
Yeah.
the BPMs.
Yeah, and build a beat around it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, electronic music in general is my favorite. I wouldn't say everyone has their preference, but it's my personal favorite
Mm-hmm.
because it's just so diverse, and you can do so much with it.
Yeah. Like there's like so many different genres too.
Yeah,
Like-
there's so many different ones.
Chill step, dubstep,
I would even
electro house, progressive house. I think we even talked about this on the other podcast. But right now I'm like, for me, I'm listening to Post Malone, like Sleeping with Sirens, a lot of like pop punk
yeah,
right now. And what we're trying to do is like gather our inspiration and make an album out of everything that inspires us, dude.
oh yeah, that album.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The album, right?
the album. Yeah, it's the album. Yeah, so I guess I'll let you talk about it a little bit
Well, basically
without spoiling too much.
no spoilers, dude. But me, Eddie, and the Bleubeblue, we're making an album. and it's gonna consist of maybe 10 to 15 tracks, dropping by the end of the year. And we made one song. We might drop it like very soon, maybe in a couple weeks when this date comes out. It's September 2nd right now, so like look out for that. And we're super excited. There's gonna be a storyline behind it. We might even make a, I don't know, dude. Maybe
Yeah, the thing is, this
maybe
project
a movie,
is
dude. I don't
maybe
know,
a movie.
dude. Maybe a book.
Maybe a book. Who knows, man?
Yeah.
I mean, this album is already off to a great start. Like, there's just so many ideas that can branch off of this.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be so different from whatever you've ever heard.
And we were saying it's creative too.
Yeah.
It's like it's not just an album that we put out. It's, you know, it has a storyline.
Yeah, man. It's going to be art. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Yeah. Talk about the album. Like maybe like say what you think, and then I'm gonna head out real quick.
So, the way I kind of like conceive an album is you're telling a story to some degree. You're giving like a piece of yourself. Oh, Brandon's invisible. No, he left. But you're giving a piece of yourself to people, so you're sharing with them aspects of things that you like, maybe things that inspire you. For us, we're really trying to provide different tracks of every different type of genre on this album. So we want to put a reggaeton track on it. Well, I can't really talk about all the different types of tracks that are going to be on this album, but it will really be inspired by kind of like Oxnard, the area that we live in, California, and it's really going to, I think, give people an in-depth look at the place we live in and the place that we come from. We want to take like these fictional characters, which are going to be me, Eddie, and Branden, and draw them in a very artistic style, probably with the use of an artist to help us kind of get the vibe of these characters, and then insert them into this story that's going to be made into an album. So I think everyone knows, you know, obviously with Branden, Eddie, and myself, we've had all three of us on this podcast. We all have different backgrounds. Myself, I'm a huge fan of electronic music, as you already know. Love Deadmau5, love Feed Me, love Skrillex, things of that sort. Branden comes from more hip-hop background, and you know, he's had quite a few projects, quite a few things that he's made on the mic, so you can expect that type of flair to it. And Eddie as well, you know, is a huge fan of hip-hop and the culture. Branden will be doing a lot of the vocals in terms of singing and stuff, so that's going to be really cool, is to really have this blend of three different unique styles, have kind of like an electronic push in this album, vocals, melodies, but also have like some really cool bars on it, which is going to be a really interesting blend. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you're back.
Yeah, I
was just talking for a long time. I don't even know what I was doing. Hey, I just got lost. I was lost in the sauce.
You held it down. All right. So yeah, you're talking about the album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But basically what I was telling everyone is that you got this really unique blend of styles because you and Eddie really seem to have a grasp of like hip-hop culture and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like computers and like working with electronic DAW. Yeah. But this is going to be a really cool blend of everything.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think like that creative blend is going to make something truly special.
And it already has.
Yeah.
You see, like the projects, the songs that we made, it's not anything that I would usually make, right?
Yeah.
And it's not usually something that maybe you usually would
make,
right?
Yeah, it's just like
and it's just
blend.
Like it's all of us put together, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's like all of our creative choices coming together into one,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah, dude. This is fucking.
Yeah,
we're getting
man.
hyped, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm hyped already.
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're gonna work on that today. Get it. Try. It will be out.
And if you want to like see what it's gonna kind of be like, well, you have all three of us on the podcast, so go back to those podcasts and listen to them.
Oh,
and
you're
get
right.
an idea, you know,
Of like who we are.
yeah, who we are and what we like and what you can expect for September 2nd.
Yeah.
So,
September 2nd.
September
That's it,
2nd.
dude?
That's it, man.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, September 2nd.
So yeah, dude. That's that. What do you? Let me ask you something, bro. What's your? What's the meaning to life? What's your meaning to the life that you're living?
Ooh, that's a heavy question, man.
Yeah, dude. I like to go. I like to go deep, bro.
Well, I mean, for me personally, I try to leave an impact.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say impact, not like a cultural impact or like an impact to masses of people.
Yeah.
My impact is to individuals. And I want people to see me in a different way than they see everyone else. Like, I don't want to just be counted as like a number in terms of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you see a crowd of people, and most times people say, there's 50 people there. But I think that's wrong. I think if everyone in that group is extremely dedicated and interesting and extremely unique, and they all have, each of them has one different talent. Let's say one's maybe a doctor, one's a musician, one's a singer, one's blah, blah, blah. They're all these different talents.
Mm-hmm.
They should work as hard as possible at that one thing that they love the most to excel and be extremely good at it. Like, I've never really believed in the thought of like being a jack of all trades. I feel like it's better to be a master of one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And to pour everything you have into one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And to figure out what it is that you want to pour that energy into.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know, you're spreading yourself thin in a way. So for me, my meaning of life is to be as good at audio, you know, at sharing and telling a story with audio as I possibly can. And more so than that, for my audio to speak to people,
Like,
and for it to impact people in a positive way.
yeah.
For them to get something out of it that they have never experienced in life before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could do that with anything, though. But audio is just the medium for which I'm passing my thoughts and my feelings, like, through. Some
Yeah.
people do that through talking, you know?
Talking, like,
Yeah.
that's basically what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I want it, like, for me, like, that question, what's your meaning to life? That, for me, I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know. Because,
You know?
like, and that, the meaning, like, not to say I'm always going to believe that, because thoughts are always changing and stuff.
Thoughts, ideas, like,
Yeah.
you might pick up an idea.
Yeah, but that's
It'll change
that's
your
the central
perspective.
core belief of it, you know?
Yeah.
That I want to, like, through art, I want to give people some type of sensory experience, you know, some type of, whether it's joy, whether it's like excitement,
You
whether
take
it's
them through
happiness,
take
yeah.
them through a not emotional roller coaster, but have them experience different emotions, and maybe like show like you're basically showcasing yourself and like what you can do,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like you're being an individual rather than being
Just a mass.
A mass.
Just
Yeah.
like not being uniform to like a group of people.
Yeah.
So I
But
feel like you get lost in the mix when you're like everyone else.
yeah, and you want to stand out, you know.
Yeah.
Just not another brick in the wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, like for me, I think that every day I try to become better than I was yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and I think that's like where growth really happens. And yeah, as long as I'm growing, and at the end of the day, like when I lay down in bed and like go to sleep, I want to feel accomplished, and I want to feel like, you know, I contributed to the world, and I want to like you said, I want to inspire people to push their limits and to push their boundaries, like of what, you know, get them out of their comfort zone too.
Mhm.
And yeah,
I want to inspire people to be comfortable with whoever they are. You know, because a lot of times if you're
I think it's a balance.
yeah,
Like you could be too comfortable or you could be not comfortable enough, you know?
yeah. Well, when I say comfortable with who you are,
Or yeah, expressing yourself.
yeah, I'm not saying like comfortable with your situation.
Yeah.
I'm saying comfortable with what you like as an individual.
Yeah. Cuz I noticed that too, like I would like something cuz for example, I would listen to like metal music.
Yeah.
And like people are like, what you're listening to metal music? Like what? Like people
Uh-huh.
would judge you. But
Yeah,
for
but
me,
that's what you like.
I'm comfortable with being myself. Like
Yeah.
yeah, dude, that's me, dude. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The reason why like I think that's so important is because I think ever since from like an early age, I think people are, I kind of want to say controlled or kind of like influenced to like what other people like.
To fit in.
Yeah, to fit in,
Yeah.
to be like part, like you said, another brick in the wall.
Mhm.
And it's like with my nephew, I just kind of like relate a little story. My nephew will be playing a video game, and I'll be sitting there, right? And he'll come up and ask me, "Oh, that was funny," you know, when something happens in the video game, because he wants to get my approval. He wants to see if I think that this is funny, because if I don't think it's funny, he's not going to think it's funny.
Yeah.
So the point of that story is a lot of people like in that sense are like little kids.
Seeking approval
Yeah,
from other
they're
people.
seeking approval.
Yeah.
They want people's approval so badly.
Yeah.
That's why like when you
And that's
Yeah.
the downfall, dude.
it's a trap, you know?
It's a trap.
Yeah.
Because then you'll base your life based off of other people's opinions rather than your own, and you'll end up not having an opinion of your own.
Yeah.
And
Like-
you'll like what's people would. It goes back to what people are people would listen to what's popping now, and it just like I don't know. People like fall. It's like following, you know.
Maybe it is great. Maybe
It could be
maybe
great.
they like it because they like it. If that's the case, then that's great. But if they like it just because everyone else likes it, and that's the sole reason why they like it, then that's where I like have an issue with it. Because like I don't make stuff because other people like it or other people are
You're making it for yourself.
I make art, you know. I make
Yeah.
stuff that I like.
Yeah.
First and foremost, if I like it, then that's enough for me.
Yeah, and you're content.
Yeah.
You're content.
I'm satisfied with making something that I genuinely like and I
Yeah.
can genuinely support and back up.
I think that's what happened. I don't know who said this, but it was like Tyler the Creator for Eminem's album. It was Recovery. I guess he got some backlash from that album,
Yeah.
and he kind of like took it to heart. And he's like, and I feel like that's what Eminem really wanted to make, like that kind of music on that album.
Mm-hmm.
And then his newer album that dropped recently, I feel like he kind of conformed to other people's opinions because of the backlash.
Mm-hmm.
And like he went back to his old self, and you know, it's like, oh, I want the old Eminem back.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what I'm saying, like when you conform to other people's opinions, you're not content with what you make, you're content with what other people think you should make, you know.
Yeah.
And like that's what, like, for music producers, like,
Yeah. I think this like goes with all forms of art.
yeah, exactly.
Because, like,
yeah,
I was even thinking about like movies. You know, so a lot of times the reason why a movie will either flop or succeed at the box office is because of critics' opinions. And when the critic gives their opinion on a movie, it influences people.
dude, there's a quote, it's like, I've never seen a statue of a critic. Like, it's like, I traveled around the whole world and I've never seen a statue of a critic, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
because it's like,
They really don't they don't matter
they really don't.
because their opinion matters just as much as your opinion.
yeah,
Like, who's to say their opinion is better than your opinion?
yeah,
Their job is to give opinions.
pretty much, dude.
Yeah.
And it like really intrigues me because I'm not gonna say the guy, but he's a critic also, and he critiques music, and I don't even think he even makes music himself. So it's like, how can
Oh,
you...
I know what you're talking about Anthony Fontana.
yeah. So it's like, what the I don't care.
Yeah,
it's like-
I'll just say people's names. So I'm sorry, but I'm on the podcast and I say
Yeah,
people's
I
names.
really don't care. But,
Yeah. So yeah.
It's like, bro, like, do you even make music for like yourself? Like,
Yeah.
how can you? I mean, you can have a taste, you know. It's like I like hip hop and you know, like, but at the end of the day, like, you have to make music yourself too. I feel like you would have to make,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Yeah. You'd have to have some understanding of where the artist is coming from.
yeah,
Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I know he states in there like this is just my opinion. But still,
but
like,
that's my opinion of like,
Yeah.
maybe like
but the problem is not the opinions. The problem is the influence that opinion has over masses.
that's true.
I think that's where the issue stems from, because everybody can have their opinion.
And then like you see the comments, like
Yeah.
you see the comments like, oh, like what is he gonna say next?
Yeah.
And it's like they're looking for his opinion,
Yeah.
you know.
They're like little kids, man.
Exactly. It
They're,
goes full
they're
circle.
exactly
Dude.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he didn't like it. I don't like it now.
Yeah. Exactly, dude.
And that's where the problem stems from.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's because I was hearing like there's a movie coming out next month. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's called The Joker, or Joker.
Yeah.
It's a movie based on the Joker, the DC Comics character.
Yeah.
And essentially reviews came out, and it's already saying that it's a masterpiece.
And it's like
we don't even know.
Yeah. The fact that
Yeah.
like you have that already in your head, like it's a masterpiece.
Now they
You're-
planted that in
yeah,
there.
You're
Yeah,
thinking it's gonna be a masterpiece. That's why I don't like to read reviews
Yeah.
before I listen to an album.
Yeah.
Because it's like I wanna experience it for myself first, and then I'll give my opinion on it too. You know?
Yeah.
It's like when you come in with that preconceived notion of like this is gonna be horrible. It might be good. You know? You never know.
It could be good, and when you come into the notion that it's going to be a masterpiece, you might hate it. You know?
Yeah.
I've heard movies where people reviewed it and said this is the greatest thing, and I hated the movie.
Yeah.
And that was just my opinion, you know. But yeah, it's interesting. Everyone has their own opinion. So
Yeah, we're all individuals, dude. And I feel like that's what I want to strive for, or you know, I kind of want to push too, is that to be yourself
yeah,
and to be an individual.
it's interesting when I talked about like when I mentioned. I guess this is where I was going with it, because I had multiple threads going to the same route, but like when I mentioned how sometimes people are ostracized or people are hated on for being a certain type of individual or having certain quirks or certain personalities or just certain things about them. I guess that's what the premise of that Joker movie is supposed to be about. A guy who is quirky or something like that, you know, and people put so much stress and hate on the guy that he eventually becomes this character that is evil and causing problems and stuff because of society's view of people like him. And I think he has maybe I think according to like the plot synopsis, he's dealing with some type of depression or mental illness.
Okay, so
that was interesting to me.
He feeds into that character.
Yeah.
Because people.
But I think that's what I was subconsciously thinking about, you know?
Yeah.
That people sometimes are influenced so much to the by other people's opinions or what other people have to say about them that it sometimes can drive them crazy or, you know, give them problems, mental problems.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a serious issue that people don't really address.
Like mental health.
Yeah, mental health. Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know, man. I understand mental health is a big issue. And I can't really speak too much on it because I never really felt like I've had anything that has really stressed me or made me mad or even made me depressed. I don't think of myself as that type of person. But for those that are, you know, I've always thought like you could just mentally overcome things. That's my opinion of things. But I have to sometimes tread back on the idea because I don't know other people's situations.
Yeah.
So I can't say that my cure is the same cure for everyone else, you know? That
The only
what I
thing-
do will
Yeah.
work for everyone.
Like, you can speak for yourself.
That's all I
And
can
maybe-
speak for.
Maybe that could inspire somebody else to follow, you know, like what
Yeah.
your steps to how you improved yourself or how you
Yeah,
took this, you know.
yeah,
And yeah, for me, like I felt like not depressed, but I was in a bad situation because my parents would fight a lot, and you know, when you're a kid, you're just soaking all that up, dude. You don't know what to think, you know, and your parents are fighting,
yeah,
and it's just, I feel like it is mental
trauma.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like you can take steps to overcome that, but it's always going to be there.
Yeah,
And it just not focusing on that as much, you know, focus on better positive things.
yeah. You're never gonna completely be able to get rid of it.
Yeah, it'll be there subconsciously.
Yeah, it's like you can't ever say it never happened. You know,
Yeah, because like you
you're
experienced
like
that.
you're there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I totally understand what you're saying. Like from like yeah, like you can't remove something that was already there.
Yeah,
But yeah, I guess I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah,
but yeah, dude.
that's crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean,
And like that. Okay, so I know how that feels, right?
Yeah.
To be a kid, parents fighting, feeling alone, feeling like you know, like nobody's there for you, right? So
Mhm.
I know how that feels, and I don't want anybody else to feel like that. So the steps I'm taking is to help people improve their life, you know, like to
Yeah.
you know, to
that's good. Yeah,
so it's like knowing that feeling can help. Like I know how that kid feels, you know. So it's like I want to help those kids out.
yeah. I think like sometimes a bad situation can actually be a good like opportunity.
Yeah.
So like the only way I can explain it, like I had something years ago that I really wanted to happen and didn't happen, and I won't really like go into too much detail about what it was or anything, but essentially what happened was that not happening opened up doors for me to pursue other paths and other avenues.
Yeah.
And those avenues, like I wouldn't be right here in this
Yeah.
interview today.
It made you who you
Yeah.
are today.
I would not be doing or like even thinking about doing the things I'm doing right now
Yeah.
because other opportunities were closed off for me. And at the time, I thought it was a bad thing, but now I realize
maybe it was
it
a
might have been a
positive
good thing.
Yeah.
Like would I really have wanted to have been doing that?
Yeah. And it's
So,
crazy, like
yeah.
how. So I think like ones and zeros, like with computers,
Yeah.
right? Ones and zeros, you have a yes and a no, and in each situation you put yourself in, there's a 1 and a 0. You have the choice to you have the option. It's like free will. Like say like we have the choice to. Like I don't know. It's really hard to explain. I it's there, but
Yeah, free will. Yeah. So like, I essentially I get where you're going, kind of going.
like
with this.
so each situation will, like, say you might make this.
You can choose.
Yeah. So you might make this opportunity, and that opportunity will lead you to another opportunity, and it's like a web of choices that you made.
Yeah. Like. You can go completely to one side from a set of choices.
Yeah.
Whereas if you would have made one different choice,
Yeah, one different choice.
you would be completely on the other side.
Opposite. Yeah. Different
Yeah,
path.
but earlier on,
Exactly.
it's like the fork in the road type of thinking.
Exactly, dude.
It's like there's just, I'm a firm believer in like, when one opportunity closes, another opportunity opens.
Yeah.
So when one door closes on you, that just means you got all these other doors to choose from.
Yeah.
Don't like focus on that one door closing, because there could be these other doors that might even be better than what you're thinking over there.
When you're in that situation, it is hard
Yeah.
to recognize that,
Yeah.
but it's there.
Most definitely is, man. Most definitely is.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, what a day, man.
Yeah, so let's wrap this up. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to the thrift store. We're gonna go to the thrift store. We're gonna get some sounds for the album.
Yeah,
random sounds, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna
Yeah.
pop right into the microphone, and then we're gonna use them. So everything you hear, well, not everything, but a lot of stuff that you hear in this album will be just samples and stuff from random stuff.
Samples.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be no samples as in sampling other music, but samples as in like we're making our own
Yeah,
sounds.
a lot of sounds are designed either from the computer or just brought in and sampled.
All original.
All original sounds.
All right, thanks, dude.
All right, man.
Let's get this.
September
September 2nd.
September 2nd, man.
Wait for it.
Let's do it.
It's dropping.